If your moving average convergence divergence keeps giving false signals, it is almost never the indicator. It is one setting, one market condition, one habit, and one thing happening on a time frame you are not even looking at. Until you fix all four, no entry rule will save you. That sounds harsh. Stay with me, because each one has a fix that takes under a minute. Here is what a false signal actually is. So we are talking about the same thing. The two lines cross. You take the trade. Price moves against you immediately, the lines cross straight back the other way, and you are stopped out having been in the market for 4 candles. That is not bad luck. That is a predictable failure. And it has causes. Cause number 1, and the biggest by a wide margin. Your settings are too fast for the market you are trading. Every time you shorten the lengths, you buy an earlier signal and pay for it with accuracy. Shorten them far enough, and the tool stops describing momentum and starts describing individual candles. It will cross on any small pullback inside a perfectly healthy trend, hand you a sell signal in the middle of an uptrend, and then cross back once the pullback finishes. The fix is uncomfortable but simple. Lengthen it until the crossovers stop being constant. If you are getting more than 2 or 3 signals in a session on a 5-minute chart, the tool is too fast for that market. And test that on your actual market, not on someone else's recommendation. A quiet index and a volatile crypto pair need genuinely different numbers. And here is the part people resist. The correct settings for your market will feel too slow. If you have spent months on fast settings, a properly lengthened indicator feels like it is barely doing anything. You sit through moves, waiting for a signal that never arrives, and the pull to shorten it again is enormous. Resist that for 2 weeks and compare your results honestly. Most traders who actually do it never go back. Quick thing first. The free trading guide is linked in the description. Grab it and supercharge your strategy. Cause number 2. You are trading it in a market with no trend, which is the one condition this tool cannot handle. This is a momentum indicator. It is built to measure whether momentum is building or fading. In a market that is chopping sideways, there is no momentum to measure. So the 2 lines drift along on top of the 0 line, weaving over and under each other endlessly. Each weave is technically a crossover. None of them mean anything. And this is where most of the damage happens, because a flat market generates the most signals. You get 5 or 6 crossovers in a session precisely when the tool is least capable of being right. The signal frequency goes up as the reliability goes down, which is exactly backwards from what your instincts tell you. Here is the check, and it takes 1 second. Look at where the crossover is happening relative to 0. If both lines are practically sitting on the 0 line, tangled together, you are in the dead zone. Real signals happen with separation. The lines meaningfully apart. The histogram clearly visible. Momentum actually present. I think of it as a noise band. There is a zone around 0 where crossovers simply do not count. Anything happening inside it gets ignored regardless of how clean the cross looks. And you can define that band properly instead of eyeballing it. Look back over the last few days on your chart and find the tallest histogram bars you got during genuinely good moves. Then find the height the bars sit at during the flat, chopping periods. That second height is your noise band, and now you have a number instead of a feeling. From then on, any crossover where the bars stay under that height gets ignored automatically. It stops being a judgment call, and that matters more than it sounds, because judgment calls are exactly what fail you when you are staring at a chart and badly want to trade something. Cause number 3, and this one is a habit rather than a setting. You are treating the crossover as the signal, when the histogram warned you long before. The histogram is the gap between the 2 lines, which means as the lines converge toward a cross, the bars are already shrinking. Several candles before any crossover, the histogram has been visibly collapsing towards 0. That is your advance notice. Traders who only watch the lines get surprised by every crossover and react late. Traders who watch the bars see it coming and are ready. Same tool, same settings, completely different experience, and the difference is which part of it you are actually looking at. Cause number 4, and this one is invisible on your chart because it is happening 1 time frame up. You are taking crossovers that the bigger picture disagrees with. Your 5-minute chart has no idea what the 30-minute is doing. It will hand you a clean, textbook bullish cross in the middle of a larger downtrend, with every rule satisfied on your time frame, and price will roll straight over anyway. Nothing about your signal was wrong. It was just the smallest voice in the room. The fix costs you 10 seconds before each trade. Open a time frame 4 or 5 times larger and ask one question: which way is this leaning? Then take only the signals that agree with the answer. You will hate what that does to your trade count at first. It roughly halves it. But look at which trades it takes away, almost exclusively the ones that go against you within a few candles, because those are the ones where bigger money was leaning the other way the whole time. And notice this is the same fix as cause number 2 wearing a different hat. Both are really one instruction: stop taking signals in conditions where the signal cannot work. There is one more version of this worth naming, because it is the most seductive false signal the tool produces: divergence. Divergence is when price makes a new high but the indicator does not follow, momentum failing to confirm the move. When it works, it calls turns beautifully, which is exactly why people overtrade it. Here is the problem. In a strong trend, divergence shows up constantly and means nothing for long stretches. Price grinds higher, momentum flattens out, and the divergence just sits there for hours while the trend keeps going. Traders who short every divergence in an uptrend lose money continuously and then blame the indicator for it. Divergence is a warning, not a trigger. It tells you the move is tiring. It does not tell you it has stopped. You still need the crossover, you still need it outside the noise band, and you still want the larger time frame agreeing. On its own, divergence is a reason to pay attention, not a reason to click. Let me test you, because knowing this and applying it in the moment are different things. 2 crossovers. On the first, the histogram bars were shrinking for 4 candles beforehand, and then start building on the other side, growing each candle. On the second, the bars were barely visible before, and stay barely visible after. Which one do you trust? The first, and it is not close. The second one has no momentum on either side of the cross, the lines touched and separated, and nothing changed. A crossover without the histogram confirming it is 2 lines intersecting, not a signal. So let's put the 4 fixes together, because they compound. Lengthen your settings until crossovers become occasional rather than constant. Ignore every crossover that happens inside the noise band around 0. Use the histogram as your early warning rather than the lines as your trigger. And check that the bigger time frame agrees before you click. Apply all 4 and something interesting happens to your win rate. You are not taking better trades in some mystical sense. You are taking the same good trades you were already taking, and simply no longer taking the bad ones alongside them. Most trading improvement looks like that. Subtraction, not addition. And here is the honest part. Even with all 4 fixes, this tool will still be wrong sometimes. That is not a flaw to engineer away. It is what a probability-based signal is. The goal was never to eliminate the false signals. It was to stop taking the ones that were avoidable, which is most of them. What could that be worth? Let's do arithmetic. If these 4 fixes cut you from 8 crossover trades a week down to 2, and the 6 you eliminated were roughly break-even to slightly negative at $150 of risk each, you are recovering somewhere around $300 a week in avoided losses and commissions. Call it $1,200 a month, before the 2 remaining trades make you anything at all. And here is where we go next. Fixing the false signals gets this tool working, but there is a fair question underneath all of it, whether you should be using this indicator at all or a different one. So the next video puts it head to head with the other tool everybody runs. I'll see you there.